Welcome, dear Gildenkrantz. Moreover, that we much long did to see you. The need we have to use did provoke our hasty sending. Something have you heard of Hamlet's transformation, so called it? Sith, nor the exterior nor the inward man resembles that it was. What it should be, more than his father's death, that thus hath put him so much from the understanding of himself, I cannot dream of. I entreat you both, that being so young days brought up with him, and saith no neighbor to his youth and behavior, that you vouchsafe your rest here in our court, some little time, so your accompanies to draw him to pleasures, and to gather so much from occasion you may glean, whether aught to us unknown afflicts and thus that open lies within our remedy.
Well, what are you then? I'm French. Why do you think I have this outrageous accent?
Good gentleman, he hath much talked of you, and sure I am, two men there is not living, to whom he more adheres. If it will please you to show us so much gentry and goodwill, as to expend your time with us a while, for the supply and profit of our hope, your visitation shall receive such thanks as fits as a king's remembrance.
Both your majesties might by the sovereign power you have of us put your dread pleasures into command than to entreaty, but we both obey, and here give up ourselves in the full bent to lay our service freely at your feet, to be commanded.
Thanks, Gildenkrantz.
Thanks, Gildenkrantz, and I beseech you instantly to visit my too much changed son. Go to Hamlet.
Heavens make our presence and our practices pleasant and helpful to him.
Aye. Amen. The ambassadors from Norway, my good lord, are joyfully returned.
Thou still hast been the father of good news.
Have I, my lord? I assure my good liege, I hold my duty as I hold my soul, both to my God and my gracious king. And I do think, or else this brain of mine hunts not the trail of policy so sure as it hath used to do, that I have found the very cause of Hamlet's lunacy.
Oh, speak of that do I long to hear.
My liege and madam, to expostulate what majesty should be, what duty is, why day is day, night night, and time is time, were nothing but to waste night, day, and time. Therefore, since brevity is the soul of wit, and tediousness the limbs and outward flourishes, I will be brief. Your noble son is mad. Mad I call it, for to define true madness, what is but to be nothing else but mad? But let that go. More matter with less art. I swear I use no art at all. Mad let us grant him then, and now remains. Perpend I have a daughter, who in her duty and obedience mark hath given me this. To the celestial and my soul's idol, the most beautified Ophelia, in her excellent white bosom, these. Came this from Hamlet to her? Stay a while and you'll find out. Doubt thou the stars are fire, doubt that the sun doth move, doubt truth to be a liar, but never doubt I love. Oh dear Ophelia, I am ill at these numbers. I have not aught to reckon my groans, but that I love thee best, oh most best, believe it. Adieu, thine evermore, most dear lady, whilst this machine is to him. Hamlet. This in obedience hath my daughter shown me, and more above hath his solicitings, as they fell out by time, by means and place, all given to mine ear.
But how hath she received his love?
My young mistress thus did bespeak, Lord Hamlet is a prince, out of thy star, this must not be. And then I prescripts gave her, that she should lock herself from his resort, admit no messengers, receive no tokens, which done, she took the fruits of my advice, and he, repelled, a short tale make, fell into a sadness, and then into a fast, thence to a watch, thence into a weakness, thence to a lightness, and by this declension into the madness wherein now he raves, and all we mourn for.
I literally never gave him any letter. I have no idea what he's talking about. I tune mine every time he speaks. Yeah, I never wrote one anyways.
My dear queen, do you think 'tis this?
Possibly. Hath there been such a time, I would fain know that I have positively said 'tis so, when it proved otherwise.
Not that I know.
Take this from this, if this be otherwise.
How may we try it further?
You know, sometimes he walks 4 hours together here in the lobby. So he does indeed. At such a time, I'll lose my daughter to him. Don't even worry, King. If I'm wrong, you can totally fire me.
We will try it.
Look, where sadly the poor wretch is reading. Away, I do beseech you both, away. I'll board him presently. Oh, give me leave.
This old man is so obnoxious. He always thinks I'm crazy, so might as well play with it.
How does my good Lord Hamlet?
Well, God have mercy.
Do you know me, my lord?
Excellent. Well, you are a fishmonger.
Not I, my lord.
Then I would you were so honest a man.
Honest, my lord.
Aye, sir. To be honest, as this world goes, is to be one man picked out of 10,000.
That's very true, my lord.
Have you a daughter?
Son of a gun, he crazy. I'll speak to him again. What do you read, my lord?
Nothing.
What is the matter, my lord?
With who?
I mean, the matter that you speak of, my lord.
Slander, sir, for the satirical rogue says here that old men have gray beards, that their faces are wrinkled, their eyes purging thick amber, and plum tree gum, and that they have a plentiful lack of wit, together with most weak hams. All which, sir, though I most powerfully and potently believe, yet I hold it not honestly to have it thus set down. For yourself, sir, shall grow old as I am, if, like a crab, you could walk backwards.
Though this be madness, yet there is method in it. Will you walk out of the air, my lord?
Into my grave?
Indeed, that's out of the air. I will leave him and suddenly contrive the means of meeting between him and my daughter. My lord, I will take my leave of you.
You cannot, sir, take from me anything that I will more willingly part withal, except my life.
Fare you well, my lord.
These tedious old fools.
Ah, you go to seek the Lord Hamlet. Here he is.
God save you, sir. My dearest, most honored lord.
My excellent good friend, how dost thou, Gildenkrantz? Good lad, how do you do?
Happy in that we are not over happy.
This is doomsday near, but your news is not true. Let me question more in particular. What have you, my good friend? Who sent you to prison hither?
Prison, my lord?
Denmark's a prison.
Then is the world one?
A goodly one, in which there are many confines, wards, and dungeons. Denmark being one of the worst.
You think not so, my lord.
Why then, 'tis none to you, for there is nothing either good or bad, but thinking makes it so. To me, it is a prison.
Why? Then your ambition makes it one. 'Tis too narrow for your mind.
Oh God, I could be bounded in a nutshell and count myself a king of infinite space.
We'll wait upon you.
We?
One day he just started referring to himself as we. We have no idea why, and we've decided not to ask any questions about it. Pretty sure he thinks he's two people.
No such matter. I will not sort you with the rest of my servants, for, to speak to you like an honest man, I am most dreadfully attended. But in the beaten way of friendship, what make you at Elsinore?
To visit you, my lord. No other occasion.
Were you not sent for? Is it your own inclining? Is it a free visitation? Come, come, deal justly with me. Come, nay, speak.
What should we say, my lord?
Anything but to the purpose. You were sent for, and there is a kind of confession in your looks which your modesties have not craft enough to color. I know the good king and queen who sent for you.
To what end, my lord? What say you?
I will tell you, I have of late, but wherefore I know not, started crying in my frosted flakes. The earth, just like is a promontory, this most excellent canopy, the air, look you, this brave overhanging firmament, this majestical roof, fretted with golden fire. Why, it appeareth nothing to me but a foul and pestilent congregation of vapors. Man delights not me, no, nor women neither, though by your smiling you seem to say so.
My lord, there was no such stuff in our thoughts.
Why did you laugh then, when I said man delights not me?
To think, my lord, if you delight not in man, what Lenten entertainment the players shall receive from you. We coated them on the way, and hither are they, coming to offer you service.
He that plays the king shall be welcome. His majesty shall have tribute on me. What players are they?
Even those you were wont to take such delight in, the tragedians of the city.
How comes it? Do they grow rusty?
Nah, they're good. Have some faith, dude. Here they come.
My lord, I have news to tell you.
My lord, I have news to tell you. When Roscius was an actor in Rome,
The actors are come hither, my lord.
buzz buzz,
Upon my honor.
then came each actor on his ass. O Jephthah, judge of Israel, what a treasure hadst thou?
What a treasure had he, my lord.
Why, one fair daughter, and no more, the which he loved passing well.
Still on my daughter.
Am I not in the right, old Jephthah?
If you call me Jephthah one more time. Anyways, I have a daughter that I love passing well.
Nay, that follows not. You are welcome, masters, welcome all. I am glad to see thee well. Welcome, good friends. We'll have a speech straight. Come, give us a taste of your quality. Come, a passionate speech.
What speech, my good lord?
I heard thee speak a speech once, but it was never acted. 'Twas as caviar to the general, but it was an excellent play, well digested in the scenes, as much modesty as cunning. If it live in your memory, begin this line. Let me see. The rugged Pyrrhus, like the Hyrcanian beast, 'tis not so. To begin with Pyrrhus, the rugged Pyrrhus, he whose sable arms, black as his purpose, did the knight resemble, when he lay couched in the ominous horse. Hath now this dread and black complexion smeared with heraldry more dismal?
Head to foot, now he is total glues, horrid tricked, with blood of fathers, mothers, daughters, sons, baked with and empastered with the barching streets, that lended tyrannous and damned light to their lord's murder, roasted in wrath and fire, and thus o'ersized with colligor.
With eyes like carbuncles, the hellish Pyrrhus, old grandsire Priam seeks. So proceed you.
For God, my lord, well spoken, with good accent and good discretion.
'Tis well, I'll have thee speak out the rest of this soon. Good my lord, will you see the players well bestowed?
My lord, I will use them according to their desert. Come, sirs.
Follow him, friends. We'll hear a play tomorrow. Dost thou hear me, old friend? Can you play the murder of Gonzaga?
Yes, sir.
Dude, can you sneak this scene in? I wrote it myself. We're bros, right?
I'm a bro.
Very well, follow that, lord. And look you, mock him not. Now I am alone. Oh, what a rogue and peasant slave am I. Is it not monstrous that this player here, but in a fiction, in a dream of passion, could force his soul so to his own conceit? What would he do had he the motive and the cue for passion that I have? Yet I, a dull and muddy-meddled rascal, can say nothing. No, not for a king upon whose property and most dear life a damned defeat was made. Am I a coward? Oh, vengeance, why, what an ass am I! This is most brave, that I, the son of a dear father murdered, prompted to my revenge by heaven and hell, must, like a whore, unpack my heart with words, and fall a cursing like a very drab, a stallion, fie upon't, foe. I'll have these players play something like the murder of my father upon mine uncle. I'll observe his looks. The play's the thing, wherein I'll catch the conscience of the king. I gon' get 'em, boys.
And can you by no drift of conference get from him why he puts on this confusion, granting so harshly all his days of quiet with turbulent and dangerous lunacy?
He does confess he feels himself distracted, but from what cause he will by no means speak. Nor do we find him forward to be sounded, but with a crafty madness keeps aloof, when we would bring him on to some confession of his true state.
Did he receive you well?
Most like a gentleman, but with much forcing of his disposition.
Did you assay him to any pastime?
Madam, it so fell out that certain players we overwrought on their way, of these we told him, and there did seem in him a kind of joy to hear of it. They are here about the court, and as I think they have already order this night to play before him.
'Tis most true, and he beseeched me to entreat your majesties to hear and see the matter.
With all my heart, and it doth much content me to hear him so inclined. Good gentlemen, give him a further edge, and drive his purpose into these delights.
We shall, my lord.
Dearest Ophelia, here's Hamlet's Zoom link. He accidentally emailed it to me, but I think he wants to talk to you.
Sweet Gertrude, leave us too, for we have closely sent for Hamlet hither, and if he were to accidentally meet Ophelia, we could totally spy on him. Not in a creepy way, really like a paternal, if the affliction of his love, or know that thus he suffer for her.
Yes, I shall obey you. Peace out.
To be or not to be? That is the question. Whether 'tis nobler in the mind to suffer the slings and arrows of outrageous fortune, or to take arms against a sea of troubles, to die, to sleep no more, and by a sleep to say we end the heartache, to die, to sleep perchance to dream, aye, there's the rub. For in that sleep of death what dreams may come, for who would bear the whips and scorns of time, to grunt and sweat under a weary life, but that the dread of something after death, the undiscovered country from whose bourne no traveler returns, puzzles the will, and makes us rather bear those ills we have, and fly to others we know not of? Thus, conscience does make cowards all. Oh, the fair Ophelia.
Were you ranting again?
Oh,
Sure. My lord, you haven't been messaging me lately. Is your Wi-Fi down?
no, I never messaged you in the first place.
My honored lord, you know right well you did. I have receipts. And with them, words of such sweet breath composed as made things more rich, their perfume lost for the noble mind. There, my lord.
Are you honest?
My lord?
Are you fair?
What means your lordship?
That if you be honest and fair, your honesty should admit no discourse to your beauty.
Could beauty, my lord, have better commerce than with honesty?
Aye, truly, for the power of beauty will sooner transform honesty from it is to a bawd than the force of honesty can translate beauty into his likeness. This was sometime a paradox, but now the time gives it proof. I did love you once.
Indeed, my lord, you made me believe so.
You should not have believed me, for virtue cannot so inoculate our old stock, but we shall relish of it. I loved you not.
I was the more deceived.
Get thee to a nunnery. Why wouldst thou be a breeder of sinners? I am myself indifferent, honest, but yet I could accuse me of such things that it were better my mother had not borne me. I am very proud, revengeful, ambitious, and with more offenses at my beck than I have thoughts to put them in, imagination to give them shape, or time to act them in. What should such fellows as I do, crawling between earth and heaven? We are errant knaves all, believe none of us. Go thy ways to a nunnery. Where's your father?
At home, my lord.
Let the doors be shut upon him, that he may play the fool nowhere but in his own house. Farewell.
Oh, help him, you sweet heavens.
If thou dost marry, I'll give thee this plague for thy dowry. Be thou as chaste as ice, as pure as snow, thou shalt not escape calumny. Get thee to a nunnery, farewell. Or if thou wilt needs marry, marry a fool, for wise men know well enough what monsters you make of them. To a nunnery go, and quickly too, farewell.
What the fuck?
I have heard of your paintings too well enough. God hath give you one face, and you make yourself another. You jig and amble, you lisp, you nickname God's creatures and make your wantonness your ignorance. Go to, I'll no more on it. It hath made me mad. I say, we will have no more marriage. Those that are married already, all but one shall live. The rest we shall keep as they are, to a nunnery. Go.
Oh, what a noble mind is here o'erthrown, an eye of ladies most deject and wretched that sucked the honey of his musicked vows. Now see the noble most sovereign reason, like sweet bells jingled out of time and harsh. That unmatched form and stature of lone youth blasted with ecstasy. Oh, woe is me, to have seen what I've seen and see what I see.
Love? No freaking way. How rude! No, what he spake, though it lacked form a little, was not like madness. There's something in his soul, or which his melancholy sits on brood. But that's my thoughts. Spill the thesis. What you thinking?
Spilling it, sir. I do believe his grief has sprung from neglected love. How now, Ophelia? You need not tell us what Hamlet said. We heard it all. My lord, do as you please, but if you hold it fit, after the play, let his queen mother all alone entreat him to show his grief. Let her be around with him, and I'll be placed, so please you, in the ear of all their conference. If she find him up, to England send him, or confine him where your wisdom best shall think.
It shall be so. Madness in great ones must not unwatched go.
Let's all start clapping.